I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Remember him well. And Luke Higgins is on the bench. I thought Luke Higgins was that his brother who's up in...
Yeah, that's Liam. Liam's up in Queensland.
Stat of the day.
Yeah. I think he's with the Melbourne Storm Feeder Club.
It's that time of the week again where we introduce a man that has been very vacant from our broadcast box in 2018, but he's back today. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the one and only David Dryden.
Hey Pete, how are you?
I'm good, mate. You brought your fan club with you.
Yeah. A lot of Souths love me. They love me.
Fantastic. What are you expecting in this one, mate? It's the match of the round. Souths, of course, haven't been able to get off to the perfect start this year. They're still vying for their first competition points. Yeah,
mate, they are. I think both teams are still trying to find themselves and their connections, their spine. There's I guess a bit of media around West not firing the way they should be. So, mate, I'm pumped to see how they go today. I'm pretty keen to see my mate Shillo make his return back to footy this year and see how Souths have progressed from last week. We played them last week. They were pretty good. So, mate, should be a good battle.
Mate, there's been plenty of talk in the off-season. There's a big crowd here today. They've asked me to ask you, how are you enjoying your time over at the Scorps?
Yeah, mate, I'm enjoying it. It's good out there.
A few hecklers here in the crowd.
I'm enjoying it. It took a couple of weeks to break the group, but no, mate, it's good fun out there. You know, Andy Sumner and Scotty Briggs and a few of the boys made me feel pretty welcome. You know, pretty early, and then having a pretty good relationship with Adam Bettridge for the good part of my life has helped as well. So, mate, it's good. I like it. I like Steve Kidd too. So he's a pretty handy to have Stevie in as a Reggie's coach. So it's good out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sea change for you.
A massive sea change. I gone from Lambton out to Toronto. A little bit extra out of the pocket with the petrol. So but mate, it's good. I'm liking it out there, mate. Miss West a little bit. You know, miss walking into the sheds and, you know, having the good old laughs with all the mates that I've been there. You know, I've played a lot of football at West, but no, mate, I'm really enjoying it out there at Toronto.
Mate, you've seen a bit of South this year. Of course, last week Macquarie got up by 2 points. How did they go in that one?
Yeah, mate, they were pretty good. They didn't stop. I don't know his name. I think he played in number 6, but he was a young forward. He didn't stop, and then you've got pretty experienced forwards with Brendan Simpson and a few other boys. Their back rowers, Rusi and the other back row. I forget his name, but mate, yeah, they didn't stop all game, and I think it wasn't the only thing that sort of stopped us was a bit of black magic from Matty Simon that got us over the finish line.
Well, here come the South Newcastle Lions. Lewis Schneider coming out onto the field. His 100th first grade game for the Lions today. An outstanding accomplishment.
The jerseys look outstanding as well. Pete, Indigenous round. I think I was talking to Dwayne Sampson. If you can see him, he's a big fella there clapping at the front with his little fella. He got one of his mates from back home to do the design, and they've scrubbed up nice.
Well, let's go through the South Newcastle Lions side as they'll take to the field today. At fullback is Steve Witters. On the wings is Jacob Affleck and also Offa Mananafoa. The 3 and 4 is Henry Penn and Lewis Schneider. The 6 and 7, Ryan Glanville and Jason Boney. And the back rowers of King, Morris, Simpson, Lawrence, Martini and Freeman. And the interchange bench of Luke Higgins, Connor Brown, Scott Matthews, Fatoa, and of course they're coached by Ben Ross.
Ben Cross,
Ben
mate.
Cross. It's nearly Ben Ross, Ben Cross.
Same.
Same tone.
Tomato.
Actually, you know who I ended up seeing downstairs here today? Rick Stone. He's back from back from Huddersfield.
Yep.
And he was downstairs with Andrew Bobcat Ryan.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, they probably. We actually played Bobcats. My little fella and Shiloh's little fella played together, and we played Bobcat's son. And I'll tell you what, he was very handy. His little fella was running towards the left-hand sideline, had the ball in his right hand, changed it to the left for the palm, so he's pretty switched on as a 6-year-old, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew Ryan's going to be going anywhere. He loves it up here in Newcastle, and got a job over there with the Newcastle Knights as well.
Yeah, I've seen another face here too, and apparently it's he's coming here to check out a couple of the halves. Nathan Brownie's here.
Really?
Yeah, I got the mail off Sam Keenan. Sammy Keenan reckons he's coming here to watch him. Might have something to do with being good friends with Fitzgibbon. I'm not sure, but yeah, Sammy's playing for a contract.
There you go. So what does that mean about Brock Lamb and Cogger?
See you later. They've had their crack.
See you later, alligator.
All right, good.
Okay, let's go through the Rosellas as they're about to come out onto the field now, led out by the big number one. And let's go through them. Speaking of the number ones, Bradley Tye on the wings as Luke Poolman and Michael Hendry. Josh Allison and James Elias in 3 and 4. Ryan Walker in 6. Sam Keenan in 7. Kupo in 8. Knight, Tafua, Stone, Shipway and Herman. And the interchange bench of Tafeo, Shillings, Bo Simpson and Fraser Price playing his first grade on first grade debut here this afternoon for the Rosellas. You know much about Fraser Price?
Yeah, mate. Fraser was a young fella a couple of years ago that was playing under 19s at West. He had some ambitions of playing a bit higher, but just with the strength of the club, he didn't get that chance. But yeah, mate, he's a good young kid, legend, son of the legend Tony. So mate, he's a good kid. He's good talent. I think the last few years he's been at this ground playing for the Green. So. Yeah, no, mate, good kid. Is
Brad Tye out there? I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, mate.
Yeah.
Brad's wearing number 20.
Yeah.
Walks is wearing number 1. Here they go, big Mark Tafua.
Mark Tafua. Wow, memories of that. What's your memories of Mark? You're still having those memories?
Memories, nightmares. He pestered me for a year.
Still catch up with him?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. We caught up. Just before they went in and got ready. Still texting and keeping contact a fair bit, so yeah, he's a good bloke.
So Brad Tye in 20 and Ryan Walker.
Yeah, Walker's in number 1.
In jersey number 1. And Chris Knight, that's him now going for a scoot from dummy half. And that's Matty Herman with the football.
Just on Walks there, Pete, can I just send my condolences out to Walks, Cody, his 2 brothers and his extended family in the passing of their mum. So just let you know, Walks and your family, I'm thinking of you, and yeah, just thought I'd pay my respects.
Yeah, and it's a tough day too for everybody who don't have their mums around, and it's a day of celebration and one to cherish. It's Mother's Day, and under pretty dull skies here at Merriweather, but we're expecting a torrid battle. It's the match of the round right here on Bar TV Sports. There goes the kick off the boot now of Keenan. It's a testing catch out here. That was a testing catch. The ball's gone backwards, but they've come away with it here, Dave, 20 metres out from their own line. Yeah,
that was a nice kick from Sammy. Thought it was going to bring rain. It was that high, but you know, I just noticed there's a lot of intensity in West speed the line already, so it's good to see. They seem switched on.
Guess for the Rosellas here today, Dave, they're after consistency.
Yeah, mate, I think that's probably something they've lacked a little bit. I went and watched them against Central in round 1, and they had some pretty good snippets of form and consistency, and then they sort of dropped off a little bit, which was un-West-like. Especially compared to last year, and then again last week against Cessnock, I think they just got out enthused.
So Western Suburbs applying the pressure through the middle here. Back out to the halfway line, and that was Michael Hendry.
That fella playing the ball now, mate, Pete, Matty Herman, he's been on fire the last 3 games.
Walker's been solid this year as well. He probably West's best last week when they went down to Cessnock by, what was it, 20-6 up there at Cessnock?
Yeah, I think it was something along them lines. He's done in a new haircut too, Walks. Seems to be a fade into a man bun or something.
Yeah, he's not afraid to let it grow and be a trendsetter. Manafatoa. Wow, what can't he do? We've seen plenty of him over the years. He's in today, of course, in jersey number 5 to replace Jared Flanagan. So a lot of good experts expecting this to be pretty close, this game, come 80. Of course, the Western Suburbs Rosellas, they've conceded 15 points in defence. They've averaged only 10 in attack, but it's only round 4 of the competition. Now the Schneider, 100 matches with the club, out to the 40-metre line. So this is the last tackle now. Graham Stair is our referee this afternoon with the whistle. And Western Suburbs pounce on the ball, and that is Tama Kupu.
That's a great set too. That's a great set of 6 in D for the West boys. They've, charged down or put pressure on the kicker, and they're straight into good ball. So bit of credit for the West boys.
So Tafua, look for the offload in him. We know he can do that. Learn everything from the man next to him in David Dryden. As Keita now, out the back it comes now. Away to Walker. He offloaded the pass. And he's dropped down here, 12 metres in from touch. That was Allison. Plays it back to Knight. Out of Ben Stone. He takes it towards the 20-metre line here. In front of a big crowd here at Souths. Knight, Keenan, kicking. They'll chase, but Souths did well there to read that play, yeah. Dave Dryden. They've come down with it 10 metres out from their own goal line.
Yeah, mate, they did. That was a great set indeed for the South boys. They solved the problem when the West boys had a crack, and Stevie read that kick well to help the boys out of the South boys out of their own end, and now they've been rewarded a penalty. But it'll be interesting to see how quick the game gets, Pete, because they've got the pocket refs for this game, so it seems to be a little bit quicker. I wonder who's that going to suit. Is it going to suit West more or South?
Because our touchies today are Tommy Aylen and Eric Druggett. And as you mentioned there, we've got our in-goal touch judges, our pocket referees. So 5 officials on the field for the live stream clash. That's Brendan Simpson.
Solid contact.
Losing the ball there, referee has said, yeah, you did. It was a late call by Stair, but a call, I think that was right in the end.
Yeah, that was solid. Solid on both parts. Nice strong run from Simpson, and and a good strong hit from Matty Herman. It's good to see. A sign I think the West are going to try to do, bring plenty of energy, and all the boys run in there and give Hermo a pat on the head. So that's something positive, I guess.
In earlier games today in the Ladies League tag, South ran out victorious over West by 16 points to 4. In the under-19s, West too good for Souths, 30-16. Open ground, Souths 20-14. And we've just had reserve grade, and Souths getting up by 16 points, 28-12 over the Rosellas. As Tafua again, angling it straight towards the post here. The wind's coming out of the... What do you reckon, Dave? Out of the south at about 110 kilometres an hour.
Oh, it's out of Antarctica. That's where it is. It's freezing. Outside, not in our box. We've got a pretty nice air-conditioned box here. Heat's on about 30, so it's pretty nice. Enjoying those pies that the lady downstairs always gives you, and share to your mates that have come across for the journey today? No pies, mate. No pies. You've had them all. This is on a diet. Keenan's after one, out the back now to the one who gives it away to Elias. And Walker. You always think of him in 6, don't you? Now back it comes this time to Keenan. He's going to kick. Stone's coming through, but Snyder
plucks it out of the air and comes down with it 10 metres out. What a catch. Manafatoa. Hard to put it down, isn't he? You wouldn't want to come up against him.
He's a big dude for a winger, isn't he?
Massive.
Let's get him in the number 12 jersey instead of the number 2.
This is Affleck. Freeman, penalty. Well, they haven't been down the other end of the field, but they're about to enter it after that shot.
Yeah. He went quite well last week, Pete. The 13, what was his name again?
From South, or Tory Freeman.
Yeah. Mate, he went good last week. And
I think he was probably South's best last week on a losing side.
Yep, him and the centre that's just passed it, Henry Penn. He was pretty strong too. He hard to tackle, both of them were. But Henry Penn, geez, couldn't get him on his back. He was pretty dominant.
That's Simpson. On all fours, out the back door now. Where's it going to come this time? Lawrence takes it to the 30. Losing the pass. Referee said it went backwards, so it's play on. So South's opportunity now. 10 metres out. 0-all on the Bar TV Sports scoreboard. The Rosellas are under the pump. Let's see how their defence goes. The attack. They're up quickly on Glanville. Went backwards, last tackle now. They got numbers here to the right to the Manafatoa side. They'll kick for Manafatoa, but the ball's gone too deep. And caught on the full there by Poolman in goal. Back out to the 20.
Yeah, it should be able to go pretty quick too. Nice hands from... Oh, wow, nice shot. Nice shot. There might be a bit of weight difference on that, but that was still a good shot. Go, Gadget, back to his wing.
The crowd enjoyed that.
He'll go all day, Pooley. That wouldn't have hurt him.
Allison busts them up the middle of the 40. So there's Bradley Tye, third year, here at Western Suburbs. Came down from the Gold Coast in the NRL.
That was third.
Herman again, dangers with the football. They've hit him with everything and the ball jolts out. Well, they've had their chances, Western Suburbs. And the lights are on, Dave. Must be getting a bit dark.
Yeah, wind's coming in, rain's coming in. It's a pretty dark day at Townsend. That was a little shades of Brad Tye back in the day. That was pretty impressive. Nice little scoot around there. Showed plenty of speed.
Shades of yesteryear. That's Keenan. Try last week against the Cessnock Goannas. The only try for the Rosellas is Tafua. What's this about Mark's 5th or 6th year at the club? He came across from Cronulla, didn't he?
Wouldn't be far off it, mate. I think 14 might have been his first year. So yeah, 4th or 5th year. He might have come earlier.
This is Shipway. Still going, Shipway.
Oh.
They won't stop him. First try for the Rosellas here on the match of the round. After 8 minutes, they lead 4 points to 0. They're making it easy for their goal kickers here today so far.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be too much from it, did it, Pete? He just kept the legs going and went over. And I'm sure Crossy and the South blokes won't be too pleased with their goal line D there. They were pretty strong last week. I just find it a bit strange, Pete, that Tommy Aylett, he's ref 200 plus first grade games in the middle, and he's doing a line, or he's refereeing third grade. Like, surely.
Well, there's been a huge structure change at the top with the referees now under Shane Hayne, and I guess maybe it's to do with that.
Did you do any research into it, Pete?
Well, he wanted to go out on his own terms. He joined us actually in round 1 up at Maitland, and you know, as you say, he's been our grand final referee for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
He's probably the best, I think, younger referee in our competition.
Yeah.
He was on a roll. It's interesting.
Mate, I just heard a whisper that Shane Hayne only he wanted to promote younger players that had ambitions of one day refereeing at a higher level, but
yeah, I think it's all to do with pathways, don't you reckon?
Yeah.
And bringing him through.
Yeah, that's fair enough to, you know, bring him through.
But in saying that, you also need experience.
Yeah, that's right. But look who's refereeing. Like, he's, you know, no offence to Sterry, and he keeps up with it. But I mean, if you're bringing someone, you know, or you know, Tommy Aylett's got to do lines. Now, it's not very consistent when Sterry's still in the middle.
And John Taylor, of course, he makes the local appointments. I think it all comes down to John Taylor and Shane Hayne.
Yeah, righto.
So you're not a fan of it?
Oh, mate, look, I just think there's some refs that are in the game that, you know, obviously they're a little bit inexperienced, and, you know, there's going to be some tricky situations when the season goes on. You know, and you're going to miss them Tommy Aylett's.
Ty, in and away. Geez, been everywhere, hasn't he? He's trying to get that pass out the back door. It was touched. 6 more tackles for Wests. Keenan goes himself, offloads the pass, quick hand, Shipway delivering. Oh. What a try out here if they can get there. Oh, Western Suburbs, they've turned it on in spectacular fashion. Second try. They lead 10-0.
Yeah, and thank you, Brad Ty. He's on fire.
It's the freak show. Move over, Kalen Ponga.
Yeah, get Brad Ty.
We've got Bradley Ty back at his best in the Newcastle Rugby League.
Yeah, well done. Well done, Bradley. He's on fire. But yeah, look, mate. Yeah, no disrespect to the refs that have been, you know, officiating first grade, and I'm not saying they've been bad or, you know, they've been good, but I just find it strange, mate, that there's a bloke with all that experience and he's only doing a sideline. But yeah, I don't know. That's all. I thought you might have had a bit more info on it for me.
No, sorry, I haven't got the scoop on that one. But yeah, I think there's a lot of questions around that, and I think what you're saying, Dave, is what a lot of people are thinking in this competition. How can a referee, our best referee with over 230 odd first grade games, be running sidelines? I don't know. We'll put it out there to the people in the know if they might be able to come on and explain that situation, because there's a lot of publicity around Newcastle at the moment around that exact question, Dave.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess we'll just wait and see, and maybe someone who's watching Bar TV at the moment, you know, maybe a first grade coach who's just sent me a message saying his ears are hurting. Maybe he can let us know.
Of course, Louis Matheson, you know, he made his first grade debut the other day with the whistle up at the graveyard a few weeks ago, and he's been in top grade since then.
Yeah, and we had him round 2, and he was good.
As far as referees go, I also believe that they're going to experiment between the different competitions when they can as well. So you might have referees going in and out of different comps, like the Group 21 or Ron Massa or wherever.
Yeah, and I think that's good. I think that'll be a good idea. I think with Newcastle the last couple of years, there's been, you know, the same 4 or 5 refs that have been officiating, and you know, some players think they've got, you know, the right to sort of backchat and stuff like that. So it's definitely not the case. So yeah, change might be good.
At the end of the day, it's the hashtag respect from the players, whoever is officiating on the field. Today we've got Graham Stair. There he is in shot. That's Souths trying to enter Rosellas' 20-metre zone. Back to Simpson. Down to the 10. Tafua jumping off him on that occasion as Boney now comes into it and gives it away to Lawrence. Kupu over the top. So a couple of metres out. Trailing by 10. Simpson with the football again. So what can Souths do here in front of a big crowd? King! That's why he's the king. He gets the try, and the fans absolutely loving it. Let's go down to the sideline. Mitch Manson, he's down on the sideline for us today for Bar TV Sports. Talk us through that try.
Oh, yeah, it's a good try, eh?
Yeah, that's it. Fantastic. Keep up the enthusiasm. We absolutely love it. Oh, Dave Dryden, talk us through that unbelievable one. That's the try they needed to get back into the match.
Yeah, mate, that's what they needed. You know, he big body, hard to stop near the try line, and a good way to respond from the South boys. So credit to them, and we'll see how it goes from here on in.
But Cameron King, rampaging bull at the gates, wasn't he?
He's a big body, hard to stop. Hard to stop. He's a young. I think a few of the boys are saying he's from New South Wales Cup back in. Back here for the week, or the last couple of weeks. Just proved his worth, I guess.
So Jason Boney to put them back within 4.
Good little story about this halfback, Pete. He was playing Lower Hunter last year. We played at South, but he was playing in the old 3rd grade structure, so he was playing against Shortland and, you know, the Lower Hunter teams. So, you know, nice bit of a rise in class. Seems to be handling it well.
Of course, Rex Johnson left the club a few years ago. He took them to the grand final. Remember good old Rex?
Yeah,
and Willie Hedder.
Yep.
I think he's still playing in the out west, Willie.
Yeah, I think he's with Albury or somewhere down. Oh,
here's an error. Well, you can't blame Schneider. That was just a bounce of the rugby league football. It was just too powerful for the centre 3/4 to go after it.
Yeah, smart kick. I think. Was that Morkel from the wing? Michael Hendry. Nice little grubber kick. Be hard to time the kick in this win, Pete. I think that might be the smart option.
So Western Suburbs here, attacking through Elias. So there's Chris Knight finding Matt Shipway. Picked up a try in the opening minutes of the match. They cut out to Fua to go back to Knight. On it comes now to Ty. Dangerous, stepping, weaving. Can he offload the football? There's no support. So Knight again. Away to Keenan. They're angling it back through the middle corridor. This is where they tackle here. And they get 10 metres away. Walker. This is Ben Stone. As I mentioned, the former Huddersfield coach is here today, Rick Stone. And the former Newcastle Knights captain, coach. There's Ty again, offloads the pass. They're throwing it around, aren't they? Elias kicking, chasing. Can he get there? Was he taken away? No, he wasn't. Back out to the 20. How do you see that, Dave?
Yeah, mate, it was a bit scrambly. Obviously, they were just a little bit unstructured, but little, just trying to little kick in, just sort of didn't work. Unlucky there for Jimmy Elias. It's probably not a bad thing, I guess, working in. I know they get the seven tackles, but into this win, you're doing a lot of work. It'll be pretty hard.
So 10-6. The match day scoreboard isn't working the timepiece here today. I wonder if the Maitland Sports Ground have got their clocks going. Just like this man who's winding up his clock and flicking it out the back. He's got the energizers in. Quick hands from Simpson. Look at this. Look at this. Lawrence downside, inside, out, in, try. Wow, how good was that? The crowd loving it. Put that down to Lawrence. You won't see a better Newcastle Rugby League try in 2018 than that.
No, mate, that was a great try. Great bit of individual work there from Lawrence. He's scooped up the loose ball, and geez, didn't the crowd erupt then? Holy dooly.
Oh, the crowd absolutely loving it. They've gathered around us here today.
Put that down to the strong run from King, the front row. He ran over poor Chris Knight, who's struggling. He was struggling to find his feet again, so good to see him walking up. He's up, he's walking back to the bench, so that's a good sign. But yeah, put that down to the big fella. Nice strong run.
Let's go back down to the sideline. Billy Lawrence is down there for Bar TV Sports. What about that from Big Lawrence?
He's a machine, bro. Machine. He's killing it.
He is absolutely killing it, and that's why he's on the big bucks. Back to you, David Dryden.
Yeah, mate. Just be good to see South respond after their try. You know, hopefully they're going to punch a couple of forwards and settle it in, and then try to see how far they can get down the field. We're just looking at Granville, I think, on the sideline, get some repairs done, and he's struggling, I think. So we might be a replacement here as Boney misses the kick, but yeah, let's see how West respond to that.
Well, Dave, you're usually down on the sideline, but you're up in the box today. On a day like this, I wish you're up. You probably don't wish you're down there.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm liking the new state-of-the-art commentary box here at Townsend. It's nice. It's warm. Loving it.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly down on the sideline. I'd say it'd only be about 14 or 15 degrees as Souths here come back up with it through Schneider. Let's go back down to the sideline. What is the actual temperature down there?
It's about 16 degrees down here, mate.
Yeah, I thought it was 16 degrees. It's a wind chill factor of around 12 according to the Bureau here. And back on the scoreboard, that's where it all matters. It's 10-all here at Merriweather with the floodlights on and the game heating up here. The match of the round.
Young Fraser Price has just gone on, Pete, in replace for Chris Knight. I think Knight is going to have a spell for a head knock, or wait and see. We'll send our sideline commentary. Oh, there you go, Simpson. That's unlucky.
Well, I'm just looking down at the touchline, and it looks like big number 16 for Western Suburbs Rosellas in Bo Simpson. He's going to be ejected out on the field at any moment.
Yep, it's his old club too, Bo Simpson. Come down from, or come up from Ningen, I think, a few years ago to play with the Knights, and played all his football with South. So we'll see how he goes against his old club.
Let's go back down to the sideline. It looks like the big number 16 is about to come on at any moment now.
Yeah, Bo Simpson's coming on, mate. He's fit. He's ready. He's out. He's ready to go.
Great stuff. Will come down to the sideline fairly shortly, as well as we see now Josh Allison taking it up to the halfway line. And what about this ground? It is absolutely rock hard here today, Dave.
Yeah, mate, there's not much moisture at all. It's dry like it always is. Cricket pitch is probably rock hard. It's not a pleasant ground to play at, but it's dry and it's fast, so that's good. It'll suit everything else that's happening on the day.
Hey, what is the turf down there as we go back down to the touchline? It looks very hard from up here. What's it like down there?
It's harder than an Easter egg, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Especially when you don't have them out of the fridge, eh, Dave? So there's the last tackle now for Western Suburbs. They're 10 metres out as the last tackle. Back it comes now to Keenan, sending it wider. Ty kicking one in towards the end goal area. Out there is Affleck. He's got to get back into the field to play, Affleck, and they wind him up. It's going to be a goal line dropout. More pressure coming up now for the Lions.
Yeah, that's a great result there. You know, young Sammy Keenan done well. He looked like he was going to put a nice bomb up, but he played it well and shifted it. The pass wasn't great, so Brad Ty done well to put the grubber in, and you know, great pressure from Jimmy Elias and the others that made the young winger force the ball dead.
Let's see how far this goal line dropout can travel. And that's Elias out there in the centre three-quarter position with 4 on his back. Now to Shipway. Hit hard. Welcome to my home ground. That's Price again. Tony Price's son. Looks like that could well be Elias out there. Keenan, Walker, Ty. That looks dangerous. Ty still going. Brought down only 10 metres away. Price again finding Walker. We know what he can do here. We know what he can do. And he's answered the call.
Wow, he's got that down.
Try time.
It's a great effort.
Ryan Walker, take a bow.
He done that a few times for us last year in October, walks in the knockout. And scored probably 3 or 4 tries exactly the same. That got us, a nice little lead and probably won the game for us in the grand final. So well done, Walks.
Just looks like to me, Dave, that Ryan Walker just gets better and better with each year.
Yeah, mate. He's probably like myself, like a bottle of red wine. Just keeps getting better with age. But I guess it's probably maturing a bit more as a player and a person. He knows what he's got to do each week to prepare himself. And last year he was getting a lot of praise from everyone in the club in how well he prepares himself and the little things that he does right. So. He probably is getting better. You always see him do the little things. You always see him on a roller or on stretching, and he eats all the right things as Sammy Keenan slots that. But yeah, mate, he's I'd probably agree with that. He definitely looks like he's getting better with age. And
got a bit of news for us, Dave.
Yeah, just received some information that it was Tommy Aylett's decision not to be involved with first grade referee this year. So, I guess I apologise for that misleading information.
0 south, 0 south.
Thanks to John Taylor listening to our call. John officiated his last NRL match, the Maitland Sports Ground. Back in round 1 of the competition. He wanted to go out with a family connection to that ground, and that he did. As it comes out the back door now. Schneider. 4 metres out from the line. Loses the football. Comes back there now again. Boney. That might bring a penalty. It does. Haven't seen too many penalties in the match. They're keeping them apart, which is
it's pretty free
flowing, isn't it? Yeah. Good to see. As Cameron King
might have been the way we're watching it, mate, but I don't know how that could have been raked and it go towards the South defence or the South try line.
Only a couple of metres away. Boney. Lawrence. He's been dangerous. We've seen that. We've noticed that.
Let it go. 11. Hurry, go. 3.
So Boney again. This time it's the big number 15 in for Toa.
Hurry, go. 4.
Boney again. Lovely ball. Got a score any day of the week. Offa Menatanga for Toa. He gets over and the crowd absolutely go wild here at Townsend Oval.
Yeah, what a great ball there from the little number 7, Boney. Didn't seem to look like there was much on there, but that ball, rocket. So well done to the little halfback, great ball. And South, geez, they're doing well into this win. Got to give them massive credit. It's blowing a gale in here, and they're doing all the hard work coming out. They're making the yards. Credit to South.
It's a game of tit for tat.
Yeah, I think you'd need to be. I reckon you'd probably be you'd want to be 2 or 3 tries ahead here, Pete. With that win, it helps as number 15, Warren Shillings, is going to run onto the field for the first time this year in the Rosellas colours. He obviously played in the All-Star game at the start of the year, but Be good to see how he goes. As Matty Herman earns a break. You backing Boney in, Pete?
Mate, I was just going to say, you wouldn't want to be a goal kicker under these extreme conditions, would you?
No.
The wind coming across the field. So we have to angle it out to the right to bring it back around, and it falls off the mound. If he can kick this, this will be the kink of the year. Boney. That's his equation. Brings it back around. It's coming. Has it got the distance? Oh, what an absolute sensation. What a sensation. Jason Boney, if he's not passing, he's kicking them from the sideline.
I was just about to say he's got no chance of kicking that.
What a kick. Let's have a replay of that. Would you like a replay, Big Dave Dryden?
I love a replay. Where's the TV, Pete?
It's theatre of the mind at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we're rolling the replay any moment, Big Dave Dryden. Can you see that? It's coming back around. Look at that, straight over the black dot. Sensational stuff. Did you enjoy the replay?
Like poetry in motion. This little pocket rocket's getting through some work, Pete.
He is. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Little pocket rocket. Here's a penalty. From right in front of the sticks, and they're not going to waste any time here, are they, to shoot it into touch? Let's see if we can have a listen.
See, gentlemen. Hold here. Wait, Wes. Wait. Go. Release it now, 12!
Oh, it's great to have the referee now. Here's Dave. You got any left?
Yeah.
Release it now.
That's good. I guess the viewers will be able to get an insight of what it's like out there. Hear the refs talk.
Oh, let go, 17! Go, 3. 14.
Oh, shot. Ryan Walker. Great contact.
4.
You got to love the effects, Mike. It brings a bit more atmosphere. You can hear the impact. That's the last tackle now.
Just play it, Towers.
Just lifts the joint, doesn't it? Back it comes this time now to Glanville. Bangs it downtown. Is that Michael Hendry over there in 5 on his back? Could well be.
That is Michael Hendry.
That's 1.
They're coming deep outside their own half.
Race down 9!
We mustn't have long on the clock to go, Dave. What do you reckon?
Yeah, mate, I was just thinking the same thing. The last few times I've watched Wes, and I know with the interchanges you don't normally burn up too many SWAT, too many interchanges. But
Hold.
sorry, I got a little bit distracted there. That was a good shot from Luke Higgins, I think.
They need a good kick here, and a good kick they've been able to achieve. So Witters, it's gone over his head. Will this ball go over the dead ball line? Only just.
Yeah, but Pete, I'm not sure. Not sure how long's left. I know West have burned up 3. They've replaced, or 4. Sorry, they've replaced all their bench. So
Get out, 14!
I think the players on the field might be playing some big minutes, and that was a nice strong run from Henry Penn.
Go, that's 1.
Well, we started at about 3:30. It's now 10 past 4.
Yeah, so it should be any time now.
15.
The viewers at home are probably wondering why we can't see the clock. They can see the clock.
Yeah, we don't.
Holdy. Go.
40 metres out from the goal line. Faintoa takes it down to the 30.
Right, release now, 17. Up.
16 all.
Go.
Here on Sunday afternoon football. Schneider down to the 30. He's been pushed on his back from Walker and also Ben Stone. Last tackle now for Souths. There goes the kick.
All good.
Deep, long, stabby, wasn't it? Hendry's in pressure, and he's back into the field of play. Only just.
Hold.
They've done well there, Souths.
He did. That was a bit strange. I don't know why Hendry didn't catch it on the full. He was in goal. Probably would have got a 20-metre start, or at least caught on the full. He would have got out, made a few more metres.
Hold it. Hold. Go.
So not long to go on the scoreboard in the first half. There's chance out to the right, left.
Third, mate. This is four.
Let go, 11.
It's like Pullman.
Hold it. Go for.
But I've never seen this bloke in my life. Is that Felice?
Yeah, that is.
Tafeo.
Yeah, also known as Exhibit.
Exhibit.
Yeah.
Good scrap, gentlemen.
What's the background on Exhibit, Dave?
Get off that pitch.
He's a rapper.
Is he?
Yeah, gangster rapper in America.
Gangster rapper in America.
Yeah, you know
Go
Pimp
West.
My Ride. Remember Pimp My Ride?
Go now, West.
One of his mates.
It's a show that used to be on Fox.
Last call, West.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'd love to see him do that.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah, I'll have to.
That's Felice.
You're still behind. Right, wait.
It's good to see Felice back
Down.
in the West colours.
Oh,
There's a bit of a push and shove in the scrum, but good to see him back. He went and played rugby union last year and sent Waratah bankrupt. He was on that much cash, so he was telling me earlier he had to come and play at West because no one else could afford him.
See, that's what Phil Gardner does. Helps out when he can.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold it.
Talking about Phil, I saw him the other week and he said that he hasn't seen a bigger crowd in his club ever prior to the A-League Grand Final. He wishes he has a Grand Final in his back door every day of the week, I reckon. That's Penn.
Yeah.
Considering when we've had the Grand Finals in the 97 2001, I suppose when you're only half a mile from the club, it works, doesn't it? This is the... Oh, hello.
Oh, strange. He's doing a good job on a bigger man there, Walks.
There goes the kick.
All good.
Swirling, it's catching,
Oh,
it's
what a
going to be a
catch.
try! Oh, what an absolute ripper! Don't you love a swirling football with a rugby league player pouncing up like Jack in the Box? Oh, we've seen everything in the Newcastle Rugby League and we've only had 40 minutes of football.
Yeah, mate, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it? Just a nice little nudge there from the 7 again. Boney, he's on fire. And well done to Freeman, flying through and getting over.
Mate, that happened so
Andrew.
quickly. Can you explain to me what actually happened? I saw the kick and then I saw the catch and over they went.
It'd be good if we had a TV like last year. We could get the replay going and stuff. But I'll have to send an email to Josh and Gareth and request them to take a pay cut so we can get some TVs and stuff here to so we can get the replays happening again.
I'm sure the viewers at home are seeing the replays right now.
There goes half time.
I went to put my hand up. Old habit.
There's the siren in the background. Souths are off the park and about to head back into the sheds. Here's the kick from right in front. They'll bang this one over for afternoon tea here on Mother's Day. So Souths, after 40 minutes of rugby league here in the Tooheys Newcastle Rugby League Cup of 2018, take us to the sheds and they lead by 6, I think. Is that 22 to 16? I can't see that far.
Yeah, it's pretty blurry as the rain
Pouring down.
just make the conditions even worse. It's
Oh, the council won't be liking this.
all Merriweather Rugby Union, they'll hate it.
Oh, well.
All the cricket.
Yeah. We need the rain, though, don't we? Just ask the farmers up in the bush.
what about the under sixes? A couple of the kids are still out there playing.
Tell you what, they're all coming up here in the grandstand. We haven't been this close to people for years, Dave. Do you think they'll all...
It's crazy. They're even coming into our box.
Oh, no. Put away those sausage rolls you've got. Oh, we're getting wet here. What's happening? The rain's coming after you.
Like a ton of bricks, I tell ya.
What's happening?
Oh, we're just moving because of the rain.
Oh, that's all right. Well, you move. I'll just stay here. How's things all right in your life? Going well at the moment?
Yeah, it's going all right.
It's all right. You're looking well. Do you know who that was, Dave? Oh, we're getting...
No idea.
Oh, well. Anyway, all we need now is the soap. Anyway, that's what happens. Everyone well? We could have a talk to the crowd. I don't know if we can... Finn's on our camera today. Hey, Finn, is there any chance we can spin the camera around and have a shot of the faithful that are trying to survive the elements? Just have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when 60 mils of rain falls within 2 minutes, and David Dryden, he's off. Hello. What sort of shot have we got? Got a good one? Oh, it's a nice day. Can't find many ducks. Good day for the ducks. How's everything going? Good? Dave Dryden, where are you off to? Let's have a shot of Dave. He's got his new top on. Say hello to the camera. You're on.
I don't get paid enough for this. I'm going.
You're going? Righto. Well, he's gone. Have a good day. He's blown up, Dave Dryden. No TV, raining, he's out of here. Oh no, what have we done to him? What have we done to Dave Dryden? He has left us. So if there's anyone watching or listening and you're in the Merriweather area, come on down. Got a beautiful spot here as we count down until the next 40 minutes of football. Anyway, let's go through a few scores from earlier today, shall we? Yeah, I think we do that. In the ladies' league tag, it was Souths too good for West by 16 points to 4. In the 19s, it was Western Suburbs 30, South 16. Open grade got underway at 12:45, and Souths were victorious by 6 points, 20 to 14. And then in reserve grade, Souths led pretty much for the majority of the match and ended up getting up by a fair bit in the end. They ended up winning by 28 to 12. Ah, it's a lovely day.
Just a reminder of our sponsors here at South Newcastle, principal sponsors Bertie Lane. Our major sponsors are South Maryland, Ramadi Group, Harvest Homes, Sleeves Day, Prosperity Advisors, Whitebray Investment Group, and Good Guys Guitar. Our premier sponsors are Sage Painting, KOFM, Life Without Barriers, Stramic Lighting, A&J Air Conditioning, Evan Sound Car Doctors, Wetback Lawyers, Sellers Quality Leads, Spectrum Acoustics, Fitness Physiotherapy, IGA Very Weather, Stand Babies Excavation, and NS Dental. We thank all of those sponsors for their continued support throughout the year. The players make their way back on the field now. Number 62, come on, let's go to the
All the players now coming back onto the field for the second half. Hashtag Bart TV Sports. Let us know what you think if it's raining in your neck of the woods. We've certainly had a lot of rain here in Merewether over the last 5 minutes, as you could see from the grandstand shots.
What is it?
Grandstand is absolutely packed in what promises to be a clash where Western Suburbs will be looking to, no doubt, find some consistency. Well, it's all in front of them in the second half of football here. Down by 6. And South Newcastle Lions, they got off to the slowest start, but came home very strongly towards that latter part of the first half. So Western Suburbs are about to come back out onto the field, led out by Ryan Walker. There he is there on screen. There's Poolman. He's pumped, and also Michael Hendry. They've had their halftime chat by their second-year coach in Matt Lantry.
Left, he said.
David Dryden's back in the broadcast box. He's got his lollies.
You thought I left, eh?
I thought you did a runner on me. I thought we saw the biggest blow-up of 2018.
Oh, nearly.
Nearly?
That was crazy, wasn't it?
It was. I don't think the pitches actually did it justice.
No, I don't think it did. It'd be good to see. I want to see a good contest here. It'd be good to see West into the wind and see if they can come back and can get a win. And it'd be good to see South, see if they can kick on as well. So should be a good second half, Pete.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. Let's see what the South Newcastle Lions can do here. And they take it forward now through Jake Lawrence. He's out towards the 40-metre line under a very dreary sky here. They've got the lights on. Sunday afternoon football. The kick is going towards touch. Will they see it roll over? Ty says, I'm not going to attack that, Dave Dryden. I'm going to see that go over the sideline. We're going to have a scrum 15 in from touch, 20 metres out.
Yeah, nice steady set from the South boys, and nice little nudge from Stevie Witters, who's back from WA, back in the number 1 jersey for South. So yeah, not bad. It'll be good to see. Let's see how the West boys come out of the sheds. I just noticed Matty Lantry down at the bench with the boys. I've never seen Matty do that before, so might be looking for new things.
So Western Suburbs coming forward. There's a penalty, first penalty the second half here.
Great start there from number 3, is that Josh Allison. That was a good carry.
So So Keenan's not going to waste any time at all either. He wants to bang this quickly into touch. He's been able to find the touch line 2 metres out from halfway. So Western Suburbs. What do they got for everybody here on Mother's Day 2018? Trailing by 6. They take the tap and come forward. This is Ben Stone. He wraps it under his arm and takes it out towards the halfway line. South Newcastle Lions are back to 10 metres with the referee. Knight wanted the ball. It was knocked down by Souths.
Just noticed Chrissy Knight's back out there, so that's good. Good to see. You know, he had a pretty bad knock in the first half.
How are we doing?
But that's interesting, Pete. He's out, so they've burned another interchange. So, you know, I was pretty bad at counting, but I think that's 5. So the West boys have got 3 interchanges left for the second half into this howling wind. If they get up, I'll do a nudie run.
Okay, and the pitchers will explore that. 36 minutes. You've got 36 minutes. Stay with us.
I didn't say I'll do a nudie run now.
Oh.
I'll do a dirty run to the car.
Striking out penalty.
So there's a penalty.
Number 15's forearm.
Looks like Faye Toa there.
Forearm.
Yeah, as you can hear there from our referee, the forearm has come into contact.
West player that's being treated for the trainer, he was retaliating with a push in the head.
Retaliating with a push in the head.
Isn't it good to hear the touchies chucking their 2 cents in as well? I'm liking the communication between them all. It's good. It's quite professional now, isn't it? Getting to hear it all.
Yeah. Considering only a couple of years ago where the referees in this competition were not able to communicate at one point. It's great that we've got the technology now to be able to
just leave their head alone as well.
Not just have the live stream, but to be able to hear what is actually going on the field. So
you're good. Yeah.
It balances it out for sure. And so Western Suburbs taking it forward now, and Warren Shillings tucks it under his arm and says, "Give the football to me." That's Knight in a dummy half. He cuts out one, goes across the field. Big number 50.
Okay, now 15 up! Hold!
So Knight again, finding Keenan. Keenan goes himself.
Good tackle. He's got 13, movement! Hold, go 3.
Shillings out the back door.
Releasing now, 9!
They're looking around. Shillings is on the right. Comes to Keenan. Keenan comes short. Shipway's after his second. But he's being pushed back there in heavy defence.
Yeah, great D from the back row on Henry Penn there.
Good. Played at.
So that was played at. It might be 6 more tackles for West.
Oh, wow.
6 more as Shipway takes it down to the 10.
The crowd let him know how they feel.
So Morris is off the back of him. Comes back there to Warren Shillings. Hard and straight, and the veterans within 4 metres. Comes back then out to Chris Knight. Lost the ball. He's bubbled it. Well seen there by Graham Stair.
Yeah, must have been a little fumble. And the energy's there. I think, you know, it's probably his 3rd hit up there, so I'm sure Shilo will make up for it in D. And, you know, good speed of the line defence there from South, getting up in, meeting the boys, and not just that tackle there with Shilo, but, you know, the couple of tackles before this that they seem to be getting up in their face, which is a good sign.
His arms over. Second rows, wrap. Lock it in, South.
So we've had roughly 6-7 minutes of the second half here on Sunday Rugby League on Bar TV Sports. Newcastle referee under the New South Wales Rugby League banner in 2018. New affiliation. Very dark here. You can hardly see 5 metres in front of you, let alone the other end of the field.
Up 11! Hold it, go.
It's only 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yep, left is good.
There goes the kick. It's high. Nicely diffused there by Bradley Ty. What a match he's had for Western Suburbs.
Yeah, he's having a blinder, and just as we say that, mate, there was nice contact there from Tory Freeman. I don't know where he's from, but he's having a good start. He's having a good game. His first contact's pretty impressive, actually.
Milk it. That's 3.
Oh,
shot.
The Terminator's been knocked flat out now. Here's a penalty. Warren Shillings is in there.
That was a great shot.
Let's have a look.
By the man we were just talking about, 13, Tory.
Would you like a replay of that one?
Pete, don't get me started.
Keep coming. 7. 7.
So Penn now.
Wait for the call. Wait the call. Wait for the call.
Just waiting for the call. So Souths turning it up here.
4, 7 up.
8 metres away.
Hold on.
Luke Higgins. That's him in 16.
That's 1.
Glanville. Steps. Still going. Ryan's within 4 metres.
Hold.
So Luke sends it away. Boney. Nice hands, wasn't it? Needed to be.
Release it now.
They're within 5.
Well solved.
Hold. Go. 3. Shoot is good.
Looks like that's Freeman.
Hold here. Hold. Go. 4.
Higgins. Boney. Glanville. Last tackle now for the Lions. Leading by 6. There's the pass out the back door. It's gone backwards. And pounced on by the Rosellas. The Bergen come up with it 10 metres out from their own goal line.
Got an update from other games, Pete. Central putting a number on Curry at half-time, 20 zip.
20-0.
Yes. I was talking to Stevie Gordon last week, and he said the boys hit their straps against Maitland, and that's pretty scary. And then so they must be firing as there's more contact again from the same 2 blokes on Felice.
It was only a matter of time. Very strong on paper under Craig Miller.
Hold here. Hold.
Yeah, mate, they are. They've got a lot of strength from 1 to 17.
Let the legs go now. Hold here. Hold. Go. 4.
Bradley Murray in the mix as well. Shipway to the 40-metre line. Last tackle now for the Rosellas. Look for the kick. Keenan inside the 40.
That's a good nudge into this win. Only 30 metres, but that's a good nudge into this win.
David Dryden from the Quarry Scorpions.
Let's tackle 1.
In the wet, drenched, outside broadcast box. Lucky you've brought a change of pants with you, Dave. You're always thinking ahead, mate. Love that.
I'm a thinker man.
You are a thinker man, you said, didn't you?
I did.
Thank you.
Nice contact from Ben Stone there. Return serve on Freeman.
So the last tackle now for the Lions.
You're good.
Look for the kick. Glanville kicks back on the inside. Ty, there he goes. Can't go far. Back out to the 20-metre line. He hasn't had that.
Oh, wow, they're all offside.
Well, they are. And they're up quickly on Elias.
Go. That's 2.
Hasn't had too much room to move. Ty in the second half so far.
Release it now.
But hasn't allowed him to.
Hold here. Square up 7. Stay out 7.
There he goes.
He's making plenty of yards from them scoots, mate.
That's 4.
Captain Mark Defoe has come back on.
So this is Tafeo. Right in the middle of the field. Last tackle now for Souths. West. Keenan kicking. Angling it in towards touch, and he finds it about 25 metres out.
Hey, stop.
Yeah, that's not a bad set from the West boys. They had to work pretty hard to get there, and as we saw at half time, mate, the wind's very strong, and it's going to be hard to make them yards. So not a bad kick there from Sammy. The boys will be able to suck them in and regroup as we see Bowie Simpson walking back to the bench.
Someone got short on that.
second row.
I think the test will be in the next 10 minutes, Pete. If West can be thereabouts in 10 minutes,
Play on, back.
they'll be in there.
Oh my God.
Dave Dryden.
Right. Release it now. Hold. Go. One. Sorry.
This is Henry Penn. Haven't seen much of Henry today.
Right, let go.
That's the 40. Higgins. Hard to put on his back.
14. Up. Hold.
Mark Tafua.
Hold. Go.
Plenty of National Rugby League experience in those shoulders.
Again, yes, 7.
Smash there from Keenan.
Go. 4.
It was Affleck. Keenan's in there again.
Let go.
Nuggety number 7.
He lost that.
Hold. Justin, up. Play it.
Higgins blindside. Witters kicking, chasing. Hendry coming across the field. And Henry's there.
Go now.
Mr. Penn.
Nothing on him.
Henry Penn.
Yep.
Ben Cross.
Let go.
The coach.
Hold. Go 2.
Here at South.
Oh, contact.
Hold here, gentlemen. Hold
Had a
it.
few coaches over the last 5-6 years. Betrich and captain coach in Toddy Hurrell.
Up
Now
16.
Cross.
Hold here. Hold. Go 4.
Tafua.
Good carry from the skip.
Up 15.
He's in the grand final last year. Looking to go one better. Keenan. Torpedo high kick. Testing catch.
Good kick chase.
But what about Witters at the back?
Yep. Oh,
Superb effort by Steve Witters. Now they've got a penalty here.
we've got another march for... Or is that just...
That's our good old pocket ref today.
Yep.
So 2 referees on match of the day.
It's a bit disappointing. That was a nice kick. Good kick chase. Great tackle by the man at the back there. Brad Ty. Just held on a little bit too long, which is a bit of a coach killer, because now they've marched 30 metres up.
Go.
So leading by 6 on Sunday afternoon Rugby League.
Release him now.
Right here on Bar TV Sports.
Hold. Tingle. Go.
The Tooheys Newcastle Rugby League. Part of the New South Wales Rugby League for the first time this year.
Hold. Go. That's 2.
So Luke Higgins is... he's got up a bit tender.
Release him now. 9.
Looks like that's for Toa there, Dave.
3.
Yeah. Little pocket rocket.
Yep. Look at them muscling up. 3 in the tackle. Tafeo over the top there from Western Suburbs.
Go. 4.
This is the 4th. Now this is the last. So where will it go now? Will they kick one in towards the in-goal area? There it goes off the boot there of Boney.
Oh, great work from Pullman.
But Luke has done well to position his body in the field of play before he's being pushed back towards his own goal line.
Hold out. Go.
Oh, contact.
Leave on now. 15. Hold. Go. 2.
The same 2 people. Freeman and double name. Pocket rocket.
Release him now. 12.
What's his name? Faitoa, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Pocket Togo Fairoa. So the Lions looking for their first competition points of the season here as well.
That's 4.
So a lot on the line for the home side.
Oh, shot.
What an absolute bell ringer.
Oh, my dear.
Oh, that'll bring the crowds flooding back through the gates next fortnight when we're back for the Newcastle Rugby League.
This is a good tackle.
That is just an absolute ball and all humdinger.
Yeah, that was great. You know, and credit to Matty Herman. He's bounced up like a little cat. So great work, Hermo, and great shot from our little pocket rocket. He's been on fire the last couple of minutes. Him and the 13 have been putting a few good shots on, but yeah, it's got to go both ways.
So they got Witters this side, but they don't go to Witters. They go themselves. And they're dropped down about 12 metres out from the opposition's goal line. 6-point ball game here. South's leading here on Sunday afternoon football. But Toa tucks it under the arm, and they've pounced on him there by Warren Shillings. Now they'll play the football. They come back to the left-hand side of the field. Back to Henry, and Penn's within 2 metres of the goal line.
Great tackle from Jimmy Elias.
Can they get there? Affleck says, give it to me. And Jacob puts them out by another 4 here on Sunday afternoon football.
I don't know. That was a little bit strange. I wish we had our TV to view the replay, mate. He just seemed to be there by himself. I don't know where the winger was, and to credit to Brad Ty who noticed it, and he was a little bit late. But yeah, mate. Wish we had the Josh Garrett, if you're listening. Give us the TV.
Hey, Sterry.
Yeah.
Have you got a spare one in the garage?
Transmitters.
We might be able to bring one and plug it in.
So he can hear
what do you reckon, Dave?
But you can't hear him.
I think I do.
Righto.
Actually, I don't. Don't have a spare one in. We had one in the sunroom, and with the rain a couple of weeks ago or months ago, it flooded the back room and had to throw it out.
Oh well.
Yeah, it sucks.
Spare Barry.
Capital S.
Yeah, Brandon's hands up.
I'll tell you what, Boney. He's been banging them over from all over the park here this afternoon.
Surely he's got to slot this. He wouldn't even have to kick it. He'd only have to give it a toe poke.
This would have to be one of his easiest. He's kicked into a gale from the sideline, and he's been able to bang that one over.
5 metres to the right.
Here it comes. Where's the gust? It's gusting. Oh, he's just missed it.
Don't look like it went over.
Yeah, look like it. I've got to say, these posts here at South are not the biggest.
Nah.
I reckon another couple of inches on top of that would make a lot of people happy.
Come on your side, Eric. I'll go back.
Are you with me?
Hey, I'm with you.
Couple of inches on these posts. Even a little flag up the top, Dave. That would be nice.
I think these are union posts.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's gone back.
That's gone backwards.
That's got to go west way, is it?
Back off west. On south.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey. Back off west.
The Stair's gone over there to have a chat with...
Let's get the ball.
Is that Eric Druggett over there? I think so. Yeah, it is, because Tommy's on this sideline.
Knock back west.
So knock back
south.
west. West will have the feed. And they're trailing by 10.
Set it, gentlemen. Wrap it. Lock it in, South.
How long we got to go, Dave?
Bend it. Lock it in.
I don't know.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
The clock's not working here at the ground. Just like Maitland the other day. We might have to figure out why these clocks don't work at the ground.
Good day.
As Elias has got the ball, given away now to Shillings. Strong as take out to the 20. Comes back then out to Knight. Fires it away to Shipway. And he's within about 5 metres of the goal line. They got Hendry on the right, but they go away from Henry to find Knight, who finds Keenan, who finds Walker. He goes short, and they're dropped down there from Lawrence.
Right, let him up now. Hold.
8 metres out. It's like Brad Ty.
He's yellow.
Oh, just short.
Let it up, nothing silly.
Couple of metres out.
There's a bit of room.
Lovely pass. Keenan kicking. Henry jumping. Batters it back. They're keeping it alive. Elias with the football. He's got nowhere to go but into the ground. Great scrambling defence there by the South Newcastle Lions. Rattling the Rosellas on that occasion.
It's not a bad result, mate. They're 10 metres.
Oh.
Good shot.
Don't you love the big hits today?
Mate, they're on fire. There's a lot of...
there's another one.
Again, physicality.
Shillings again.
Hold in, hold.
But yeah, mate, this isn't a bad result. If West can keep him down here, he's a big number 8 as a hitter.
Release it now, bring it back.
Cameron King.
Set 12. That's better, hold.
Just outside the 30. 10-point ball game, 26-16.
They're up now,
As the rain starts to come down again. There goes the kick. Landville puts it in between the fullback and the winger. So Bradley Ty got Henry, gives it to Henry, and he's not going anywhere.
Hold on.
That's Sam Keenan.
That's one.
Now to James Elias.
Where's the 14? Hold it.
30-metre line.
That's two.
Coming in the shot.
Oh, great shot.
Forcing the football. It's been a story of the day for Souths.
Oh, wow.
Now a penalty. Let's go in and have a listen here to Graham Stair.
Oh, quick tap.
The crowd don't like it, but Stair is right amongst the action. Now he's got the call. Knock on and a bigger niggle. Sunday afternoon niggle coming into this clash.
Gentlemen, bring it off the pitch.
That's nice. He's saying, bring it off the pitch.
That seems to be a bit slippery in there. Boys are losing their footing. I guess that's a bit of justice because that shot from the 13 that wasn't a strip. I don't like that. You know, a poor carry's a poor carry. There's too much around it, I reckon.
West, lock it in. Right, ball it in.
That's one that grinds your gears.
Yeah, but that was a good shot. So I guess they got the ball back now anyway.
So set of 3/4 and Henry Penn.
Release him now!
Souths looking for their first competition points this year. If you just clicked onto the coverage, that's Freeman.
Look there, nothing in that. It's not gone south.
Must be very, very wet out there now. Ball handling definitely coming into it.
It's not
What's wrong with the bloke here then? There's a South bloke that's down. He looked like he went to jump on the ball. He might have knocked himself out.
Not sure what happened there.
Gareth, it'd be good to have a TV.
You're after a replay.
It'd be good for a replay. Well, it was just really strange. He went and jumped on the ball, and I don't know if he slipped or he got pushed or whatever, but it looked like he was knocked out.
That's nothing to do with me.
I'm liking the physicality of the game, mate. It's gone the wind and the rain's really made it simple and
Whistle.
it's not much flair. It's
Lock it in.
tucking the ball in between your tits and going forward, and there's a lot of collision, so it's good.
So Western Suburbs taking it from their own half through Herman with a penalty, which will advance them into the Lions' den. 10 margin is the equation.
It's hard to see.
Just
The scoreboard's so bright.
Yeah. Not too far. Go.
Just letting everybody know at home, you've got the clock on the screen, so you've got a better indication of how long we've got in the match. The clock's ticking along nicely.
It's coach killer.
But that is a coach killer, not being able to find the sideline.
Hold it.
Terrific news if you're a red and white supporter cheering on the Lions.
I thought you were going to say the Saints come back and beat Rabbitohs.
Go to.
The game's going in the NRL today, but this one is the main clash of the round here in Newcastle in the local grassroots competition. Bar TV Sports have been live streaming now since 2014. Can you believe that day, Dryden? 5 years.
Go.
4 contact. Buddy Herman.
Brown just short of the halfway line. Keenan wrapping him up. Where will it go now? Back to the left. We'll have to put the headlights on here. It's very dark. Oh, look at this tackle coming over the top. The ball again spills out. And
That was a tackle. Good.
That was a good tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not worth anything, mate.
He says it's not worth anything. It's
right.
Not worth anything.
Good contact down low and up high.
Yeah.
Yeah, just off the cricket pitch. Just so slippery over there, fellas. Don't want anybody to break a neck.
Don't you love being able to hear the ref?
Scrub it in.
Occupational health and safety coming into our Newcastle Rugby League. Just bringing it off the cricket pitch. As you heard there from Graham Steer, he doesn't want anybody breaking a neck.
What is he doing letting them have a hit up on the cricket pitch then for, Pete?
That's one.
I don't know. It's been an unusual day.
Strange, very strange.
It's Mother's Day.
Release him! Go! That's 2.
Kupu, what a name. Tama Kupu.
Hold in, hold.
The big bustling prop. Knight. Keenan, Walker, Ty, lovely football. Hendry down the sideline. Tackle here, 30 metres out.
Someone's down. Jimmy Elias by the looks of it.
Herman with the ball finds Keenan on the Shillings. Shillings finding Tafua. Oh, he's lost the football, kicked ahead. But you don't find the big fella putting them down that often, Mark Tafua.
No, you don't, mate.
Just got injured player. Injured player. We're back into the line.
Can't really tell from that angle who's down.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Elias, I think, Pete.
Good old.
I think he got hit late after nice little passage. Nice little passage of quick hands there for the West back line, and I think Henry Penn was up nice and early, and I think he still might have just put a nice little shot on his ribs.
Pretty good.
So time off. Looks like the rain's cleared up.
Yeah, a bit late.
Yeah. Still wet. How are your trousers?
Yep. I'm the same. Oh, can you hear that? You can hear Jimmy talking through the rest, mate.
What did he say?
Oh.
What do you think he's saying?
Well, he's in a bit of pain.
Graham's having a big drink. You can hear that too.
Oh, they've brought number 13 off. I would have left him on. He was on fire.
Yeah. A few of them coming off. Tory Freeman, there he is, just coming off now. Looks like Higgins is about to join him as well down there on, was that Connor Brown? No, that's Connor Brown in 14. So they're resting them. Time is it? It's 5 to 5.
Gosh,
So we should be approaching full time shortly.
There's the last interchange for West with Exhibit running on.
There he goes. Tafeo.
All in on the whip.
DMX.
Better down.
Take your pick.
He answers to anything?
Fitty rap.
We should get him on the video doing the rap.
He would do that too.
Hold in, hold. Go. 1.
So where do we put Western Suburbs? I know they're always the front runners, but
They still got
it hasn't been the best start to 2018 for them. A long way to go in this Newcastle Rugby League, but going down to Cessnock last week, they're now being knocked out by Souths, who will be their first win of the season this year. Is it just a bit of rust in the Rosellas in 2018?
Oh, mate, I don't think it's that. I think there's probably there is a big influx of players that have left West. And, Pete Mannion retired, Cal Richardson and Simon Williams went to Central. So there's a lot of experience in, out of the West group, and not just the experience, but just the little things, mate. Like Cal Richardson and Simo, they go in and get an early touch, and they provide a lot of metres coming out of your own end, and that's pretty important. But mate, I guess it'd just be all the boys mixing in again and finding their feet, getting all the new connections working.
Hold. Go. That's
So pretty much what the Newcastle Knights are probably experiencing at the moment.
Yeah, maybe not to that extent, mate, but yeah, no, there'd be a few things there that, Matty's trying to find and the new clicks and stuff, so, mate, you never really see West struggle too much. They might be a bit like Central and click their gears, and when they do, they're going to be a lot better. And I guess it'd just be like how they respond to these tough couple of weeks.
They're going to...
I guess plays like that don't help, but when you've got your half and your playmakers outside here and the back rower tries to put a grubber into where the fullback is. So there's a few coach killers out there I don't think Matty would be too happy about. And then, probably on some positives to South as well. Their enthusiasm and energy's been great, and they're 13 and Faye Toa, they put a lot of impact off the bench, and Henry Penn's a good player. They've got a young squad, South, and they're probably, in the same boat as West. They're probably just finding their straps as well. They've probably got a lot of new players. So
That's one.
I don't think it's danger signs either, mate. It's only a month in.
Good tackle.
And of course, we've got the bye next week, and Western Suburbs in round 5 will tackle the Maitland Pickers.
They go now, 6.
That'll be on the 26th and the 27th of May, while South will head up to Cessnock to take on the Goannas as Walker trying to put
Release it now! Hold, go.
his teammates into gaps. Keenan again, finding Tafua inside the 20. Last tackle now for the Rosellas. Hendry screaming the house down out here to get to the football. He may get it. No, they go the other way. Keenan, was he taken away from the football?
No, he was the ball. He held the ball. He pulled it back.
No, he wasn't.
Hold it. That's one.
As Boney.
Release it now,
Half back, but you're right. The line's very strong on paper. But then you've got the likes of Witters and Schneider, of course, today playing his 100th game for the Lions.
Hold here. Hold. Go 3.
And the likes of Glanville and Boney, well, they're just growing each week. And on the back of a big forward pack of Lawrence and Simpson, and Joe Morris has done well today. Their nuggeting little hooker.
Oh, more contact. Yeah, mate, they have. They've South, to their credit, have played pretty good. They done a lot of hard yards in the first half. They kept it nice and tight, and and West have only let the one try in the second half. So both sides have worked really hard, and they can bring a lot of positives out of the game. It'd be good to know how long's left, mate. There's still not time for West to come back.
10 minutes to go.
There you go. Thanks, ground announcer. 10 minutes. So, mate, West can easily score 2 tries in here, and it just depends how much gas they've got left and how much will South have to keep the lead.
Well, it's not all over yet. 10 minutes. We know how capable Western Suburbs are of scoring a plethora of tries. So 10 minutes remaining here in the match.
10, Terry. Take 10.
And Western Suburbs coming home on the back of momentum, but it's 10-point buffer.
Release! First marker, no!
Stone out of Tafua, straight and hard to the 20.
Hold it.
So 9.5 minutes remaining. Knight to Keenan. Keenan to Walker. Where's Ty? Doesn't go to Ty. Goes to Herman instead. Another one.
Off the ball.
Off the football.
Wait.
Sturgis says, come back.
I want to see Walks take on the line, mate.
Wait.
He's going. They've got their nice long shifts, and they're having a crack at South. I want to see him show and go and put that strong fend out that he's got, and I reckon he'll go through.
Let's see if that eventuates here. Getting closer. Simpson in the tackle. The Lions on their goal line. Ty, 2 metres out.
Hold here.
Who do they look to?
That's 3.
It was nearly over.
If the ball stuck, he was in.
He was nearly over the line, Walks. When he passed the ball, he was nearly over the line.
Oh, he's fastest scrum you packed then. Come on, gentlemen. Let's go, South.
About 7 minutes remaining in the match.
Where's the ball?
Don't forget.
Yep, you're right. No, you're right.
Rugby League free zone next week in the Newcastle Rugby League. Everyone will be back on deck for the following weekend, the 26th and the 27th of May.
Second rows. Grab. Wait there, 7 on the whistle. That's up.
South and Cessnock and Western Maitland. That'll be a fiery encounter between the Rosellas and the Pickers. Doing great things up there in Pickerland in 2018.
Go now. Keep coming. 14. Yep. That's 1.
Tilson leading the charge.
Hold. Release him.
Not much separating players and teams each week, is there much? We've been saying it for a number of years, but it's fairly true.
Hold here. Hold.
Whoever turns up on the day comes away with it. So South, 6 minutes away from securing their first 2 points of the season this year. Henry's got away and see this going into touch. And Tommy Aylett puts his touch judge's flag up 30 metres out.
Yeah, smart kick after a good set. Not too much flash about that set of 6 feet. That was just pretty simple. Got to a kick.
That's the second fastest scrum you packed all day.
They can regroup here.
Up there. Set your scrum, gentlemen. Bend it down. Ball it in. Out.
Josh Allison.
Racing now, 11. Keep going.
Coming in this time.
That's 1.
Now he's your favourite player.
Yep. DMX.
Here he goes again.
Go. That's 2.
It's a solid run for Fleece, and then here comes Shillo up the middle to keep it going. They need more of this, Wes, I think.
3.
Yeah, Shillings hasn't put a foot wrong all day, does he?
No, mate, for his first game back, he made a comeback for a short stint in Reggie's last week, but for first grade, he's been pretty impressive. Nothing's changed. He doesn't change too much, Shillo. He's pretty straight up and down. And
so Keenan.
Kick is clear.
That's what he's going to be doing. Ball.
Oh, wow.
Heading into the end goal. Wow. Lucky to get back into the field of play here.
That's a great result. That's a great result.
In goal. You have to goal line drop out.
Drop kick coming up. Well, the bounce of that football.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't that horrendous and strange?
Yeah, 5 minutes left, mate.
5 minutes left.
Let's go, South. Time to run, gentlemen. Go. Very good.
What a kick. To tie. Kupu rolls into them and gets smashed. Welcome to the Lions' den.
That's 1.
He's got up straight away, could play the ball.
You enter this part of the field and this is what you're going to get.
Hold. Good. Go 2.
Shillings. Don't you love a bit of spice?
Hold.
Newcastle Rugby League. That's why we love it. Walker. Bradley. Wrapped up tie. 10 metres away. 5 to go. Penalty. Let's have a listen.
Go.
Told him to get on with it. Tafua. 2 away. They got numbers to the right-hand side of the field here.
1.
This is the way they come. Keenan sending it out wide. Kupu can't get his arms free there to Herman. 5 metres out from the line. Keenan again. This time it comes back to Shillings. Shillings is still going. Wrapped up there 5 metres away. 3.5 minutes left on the Sunday afternoon football scoreboard. Back to Keenan. Keenan's going to kick. Souths are there. Souths can't do anything wrong. And they've pounced on the football right right on their own goal line. To the roars of the crowd.
Wait.
Yeah, that might be game, Pete. Credit to South as well. They've played really well.
Well, they sure have.
Hold. Go.
To come away with the 2 competition points for the first time this year up against Western Suburbs. They can take their hat off. It's been a gutsy effort.
3.
A disciplined effort. And each player, they've had a voice in this victory.
4. It's your
Last tackle here. Bang. Off the boot of Morris. Angling it into towards touch, and that's where he likes to find them. 35 metres out from the Rosellas line.
What's doing after this, Pete?
What's happening after this?
Going for
Mate, I might go for a walk into town. Where are you off to?
Go home, have a Mother's Day dinner with the fiance and the family, and
might come over to your place. Sounds like the place to be. I was just going to head up the Subway.
only got 4 plates in the house, Pete.
That's okay. Just put a towel on the floor. Woof, woof. This is night. Oh, great to have Mr. Dryden back in the box. Where have you been? You've been playing footy, haven't you?
Yeah, we've played. We've played the last few games, and
you're coming back again.
Yeah, if it don't clash, mate. I hope I'm too busy playing footy. I'll have to slip a few pineapples into me mate Petrage's back pocket to get me back up in the first grade. But, mate, when I'm free, I'll come and have a chat.
Hold.
I'll bring me TV.
Yeah, no worries. I'll look forward to it.
I bet you the Pony Boys have a nice TV when they their segment.
Well, yeah. One of the local productions here in Newcastle, Pony Boys. Have you been on that yet?
No, mate, I haven't. I used their tips one week, and
how'd you go?
None from 9. So I haven't tuned in since. I saw Chris Lee's here earlier, actually.
Yeah, I saw him too.
Should have went down and asked for a few tips.
Let's go, South.
My mate Lucas used to send me tips, but he stopped doing that.
South, come on.
Would he have Miller on the back of that?
Yes, he would.
Lucas. He was actually in the he was with me last week.
Yeah, when he was doing our game.
Yeah.
He come help out again.
Bennett West. On the whistle.
Dan Nielsen, he should come in the box too. Who do you think we should recruit?
Oh, Josh.
Apart from yourself.
No, well, don't get Josh because he'll take me job.
Nielsen.
Yeah, he's pretty quick-witted. He's good.
Has he still got the mo?
Yeah, he's cracking the mo. Mate, Lucas is good. He knows his footy. He's switched on. He had a few years under Bellamy, so he'd know his stuff.
What about your mate, Petridge? I haven't heard from Adam for a few years. I'd like him to come up with. How about this? Petridge and Lantry in the box.
Oh,
how would that go?
Mate, they sound exactly the same. I left West and went to Toronto, and it sounds like the same coach is coaching me. No, they're both good coaches, mate. They're
Hendry chasing Dave. Can he get the football? No, Witters does. We know how quickly he can go from there. There's the siren in the background. We think it's the siren. It was the siren. It's all over. And Souths have been able to come away with the first competition points for 2018 with a gutsy and disciplined performance.
Did we just get that on camera? Anyone see Ben Cross do backflips down the grandstand? Jeez, he must be happy. No, it was a great win. Well done to Souths, and unlucky to the West boys. They dug in. They dug in for each other right at the end there. The last 10 minutes, you just sort of wonder where that might have been for most of the game.
Well, South Newcastle Lions, they'll be impressed with that victory. They've had to wait 4 rounds here in the Newcastle Rugby League, but they've knocked off the Western Suburbs Rosellas, and that in itself adds just a little bit of extra spice in their 2 points. Well, Dave, I better let you get back home, cook that roast. It's Mother's Day. Dry your pants, and and we'll see you in a few weeks.
It's a hard gig standing here in the rain, Josh and Gareth. If you're listening, I think we need a portable box for each ground, so we don't get wet.
So what's your
and a TV?
Yeah, what's your checklist for next time? Just let them know. So you want a portable box,
a TV.
A TV. What's a TV for?
Replays. I don't know, maybe a coffee. I'll get that in my contract.
Okay, then.
We'll write a new one up.
You're the one with a contract. A legitimate contract.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Have you signed it?
Yeah.
You have?
No, not yet.
No. Anyway, not to
righto.
worry. All right, well,
I'm off.
We'll see you next time.